I'm going to be going over the solutions to all the puzzles from yesterday's contest. Uh, I'd say it was a huge success, so I'd like to sincerely thank everybody for participating, as well as the Cubicle.com for sponsoring this. Also, shout out to my dad for helping me with this setup for this stream. As you might notice, like the angle and lighting and everything. Oh, oops. The angle and lighting and everything are much different from how my streams normally are. And I think the quality is at least a decent amount better too. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, I made a Google form that I want everybody to fill out if they participated because I might do something similar to this in the future. So I want to know like what you guys thought about how this one went and what you would like to see in the future. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get started with the solutions because I don't have any viewers right now. So it's not. Oh, actually now I do. Right as I said that I gained 3 viewers, but anyways, nothing going on in the live chat, so I can pretty much start explaining everything. So yeah, starts out with me saying the rules and stuff. So like, hello everyone, and welcome to this contest. Oh, by the way, this contest has 6 different levels. This whole document is level 1. So yeah, hello everyone, welcome to the contest. It's basically a bunch of cubing related puzzles that'll test your knowledge and problem solving abilities. Since I'll be streaming while this contest is in action, I may release hints throughout it, and yeah, I ended up releasing quite a lot of hints because puzzles were really hard, so they were pretty necessary. Anyways, so it may be in your best interest to stay watching as long as possible. And the winners of this contest will receive the gift cards of those following amounts. So yeah, congrats to. Let's start from 5th place. I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. I think it's like Fade de Fonseca, something like that. If you're watching, I'm very sorry for butchering your name. But yeah, this person got a $10 gift card for getting 5th place, so congrats to them. 4th place was Nicholas McKee with a $15 Cubicle gift card, so congrats to him. 3rd place was, I'm kind of Manuel Gutman, 3-blind world champion. Yeah, he got $25 gift card to the Cubicle, so congrats to him. In 2nd place was James Quinn with $35 gift card to the Cubicle. And 1st was Kel Shun, absolutely demolishing everybody. Yeah, he solved the puzzles very fast, so props to him. He got a $50 gift card from the Cubicle by winning this contest. So anyways, after that, for purposes of preventing cheating, as well as some of the, so I said that people would need to send me emails, so that, first of all, to ensure integrity, because like if, let's say a person's using like multiple accounts to try to win, like 1st and 2nd place, for example, something like that wouldn't be allowed. Also because I also asked for people to send me an email because so for some of the puzzles, like that's just how the contest works. They would have to send me an email and if they like of their answers to the puzzle, and then if they got it right, I would send them in a link to the next puzzle. So yeah, and I said failure to do this will result in ineligibility. Yeah, so, like they wouldn't be able to win the prizes, and note that using the internet to find the answers to these puzzles is allowed, and I'd say it's highly encouraged because there are some things that involve complicated math that like younger people definitely wouldn't be able to do, but since they have the internet, I figured that they could use the internet to at least not necessarily learn the math, but at least know enough so that they could solve the puzzles with the help of the hints, obviously. And then yeah, also use of a computer and do this use a computer if you can, because one of the puzzles involved like highlighting stuff, and that's like pretty difficult. I don't even think you can do that if you're doing this on a phone. Anyways, it says now that this all works, let's get into the first puzzle. Good luck and have fun. So, okay. Live chat. has some action now. So Alex says bacon. Hi bacon. SWB Pro. I think you were here yesterday. Hello again. If so, you're a cuber. That's cool. Know how to solve a Rubik's cube. That's cool too. Hi Manuel. Yeah. So moving on. So here's the solution for the first puzzle. So basically, take the first letter of the answer to each of the following questions to form the last name of some famous B-cubers. And I did specify that the first letter is capitalized, like in the link, is what I mean, or what that's supposed to imply at least. Or else it won't work because the bit links are case sensitive. So, anyways, number one, it says website created by Ron von Bruckham and Tyson Mouse so that B-cubers can compete in competitions all around the world. So if you literally just highlight that and copy and paste it into your address bar. Wait, I just want to make sure I'm here. Let's just type it here so that you guys could, oh, never mind, here. But anyways, yeah, so I copy and paste that into the bar at the top of my screen. And, okay, I have to adjust this a tiny bit. Yikes. But then you would see, okay, that it's the World Cube Association. So, don't include the, because, like, that's just not part of the name of the actual organization. So, since you're taking the first letter to each part, it'll just be W for this part. So anyways, let me just undo that. Okay. So yeah, I'll just type the answers to the individual parts down here. So 1, W, and then 2. Wait, can you see that okay? Yeah, okay. So, what was my favorite moment at Florida 2020? Let's see. Kind of hard to say. Okay, so one of them was probably doing really insane in 5x5, getting PB average and probably single. Cause like, it was my first time using Yao for a whole average officially, and I destroyed my PR and PB. It's pretty similar thing happened with 6x6. I actually used Kale Shun 6x6, the winner of this contest. It was his MGC, and it was such a good cube. I was able to like destroy my PRs and PBs by a lot. So yeah, I plan on getting an MGC soon because I had never even felt an MGC before the competition, and then after using it, I realized how good it truly is. So I definitely plan on getting one of those. Also up there is my 92 3-blind single in first round after 2 DNS. That was a huge relief and pretty exciting. Hi CJ. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Oh wait. Oh, you've been here since it was started but couldn't chat because you were using the phone. RIP. Okay, anyways, moving on. So for part 2, it says algorithmic notation for layer between the U and D face. So for most cubers, this is probably somewhat common knowledge at least. Basically, you have U and then in D on the bottom, and then in between that would be E, the equator layer. So yeah, E is the first letter. However, if you didn't know that, I think you still could look it up. We'll do that in a sec. Let's see, mine was 675 average in first on a skew. That's cool. Good job on that. Yeah, the MGC is amazing. Okay, anyways, let's see. So, maybe if I search Rubik's Cube algorithmic notation, you can probably find it on ruwix.com, R-U-W-I-X. I didn't consider this part too much, considering that for a lot of cubers it's common knowledge, so it shouldn't have been too hard. Although, maybe if I typed in Rubik's Cube notation for slices, slice terms. Okay, so it says right here. Wait, I'll have to adjust this a tiny bit again. So yeah, it says M middle layer between R and L. E is equatorial layer between between D and U. So yeah, of course the answer to that would be, well, to that the first letter to the answer to that part is E. So basically 2, E. I didn't capitalize the E because I only specified to capitalize the first letter in the bit link because bit links are case sensitive. Anyways, number 3. Colors surrounding the C in the logo of the organization related to the answer to number 1. So if you remember when I explained number 1, the answer was the World Cube Association. So if you literally just go to their website, worldcubeassociation.org, you will see, here, wait, I have to adjust this a little. So, all the way up here, yeah, so you see that logo right here, and, wait, so it says, colors surrounding the C, so, in the logo, so the C is right there, so, of course, that's yellow surrounding it, so, blinking out because I just saw something on it in that announcement right there that sparked curiosity in me. Just as coordinates with speed stacks. That's interesting. But then I realized, yeah, that actually makes sense because like a lot of the stack math and timings. For some reason, I just thought about like the speed stacking cups like these for a second. I've been stacking a lot today, so maybe that's just a reason why. Oh, yikes! All these cups just fell. That's not very good. So I'll just pick these right back up. Alright, there we go. Anyways, that's kind of irrelevant. So, moving on. But yeah, so we have Y for yellow. So, readjusting this. Okay. There we go. So 3 would be Y. 4. 4 is the same as 2, so that's just E as well. And then 5. Opposite color of orange on a typical Rubik's Cube. So, on pretty much any cube besides some in Japan and maybe a select few others, because there's like a different Japanese color scheme that some Japanese cubers use, but typically it's the white is opposite of yellow, red is opposite of orange, and green is opposite of blue. So in this case, yeah, red, opposite color of orange would just be red. So R for red. So then we have W-E-Y-E-R. And for those of you who don't know, that's the last name of Philip Weyer and Sebastian Weyer. Philip Weyer is the current world champion for solving a 3x3. And Sebastian is a world-class 4x4 solver who has held many world records. Oh, hey James. Can I do a Q&A stream sometime? Yeah, definitely. If you want, you can just ask questions now too. But yeah, let's see. What else is there? Okay, so then it says to make it to the next puzzle, you'll enter a link into your address bar with this format. So bit.ly / and then 5 asterisks and then 111. And the asterisks represent what your answers are. So, of course, it would be W-E-Y-E-R. It's pronounced virus. So then I'll type the link into my address bar, and then I'll just readjust this thing to show you all. Okay. Yeah, I just have to. It's a little bit difficult to readjust, but it'll take me just a second, so you'll have to bear with me for just 1 second. So this is what you would type. Wait, maybe I'm gonna make this look less ugly 1 sec. Yes, so okay. So it would look just like that. And that probably still looks a little ugly. For those of you who want this to be aesthetically pleasing, I will adjust this just a little bit more. Okay, wait, that's not all the way in. It's kind of yikes. Alright, working on it. Just about there. Okay, Yeah, so that is exactly what the link would look like. Because the W, so yeah, your answers from each of the questions and capitalize the W as I specified earlier. Then you gotta have a 111 because of the format. So then if you press enter, it'll lead you to the doc, to the net. Alright, James, don't be James. Stop being, no, just don't. Stop saying that stuff. What got me into cubing? So when I lived in New Jersey, I live in Florida now, but when I lived in, let me just readjust this. Almost there. There we go. Okay, there we go. What got me into cubing? So yeah, I lived in New Jersey, and I had this classmate I was friends with, and his cousin made a YouTube tutorial. Yeah, his cousin made a YouTube tutorial about how to solve a 2x cube or something like that, and it really intrigued me that he could solve cubes like that. Like, I was pretty impressed by it and wanted to be able to do it myself. First, I felt like I would never be able to do something like that. But then eventually, I started watching a lot of YouTube tutorials and eventually figured out how to solve a 3x3. And then from there, I was hooked and wanted to get faster and faster and start going to a lot of competitions. I actually started a YouTube channel with the person who got me into it. It's called TJ Cubing. It's my side channel from a long time ago, and it's pretty cringe, but I keep it for the purposes of like memories and reminiscing and all that good stuff. Yeah, so James, you said we can. Okay, yes, but just don't be an idiot. Okay, James? Alright, moving on. So puzzle number 2. So for this one, you have to interpret all this in a certain way, and then email me the name of the person and result represented by those things. Yeah, and then if you're correct, I reply with the link to the next puzzle. Yes, James, that is correct. I acknowledge that we went to a competition together once. SWB Pro, thank you for the congrats on the multi-blind. I'm pretty happy with it, although I think I'll beat it pretty soon because I did a 54 cube attempt recently and got 44 out of 54 sub-hour. So, like, I think I could definitely improve on that accuracy a bit as eventually, like, soon I won't need to rush as much. I'm actually most likely going to do my second 54 cube attempt tonight. So, I'm looking forward to see how that's going to go. I'm not expecting too much because I'm honestly not in quite the best mindset, but anything can happen. It's just that I'll have to still rush quite a bit, so I won't necessarily be able to go safe at all. So like, it's kind of, it could go anyway basically. What does the J stand for in TJ Cubing? It stands for Jonathan. He's the person. That's the first name of the person who got me into cubing. Yeah. Anyways, so for puzzle number 2. It says person, and then oh wait, you don't see that. Now you see it. So it says person, and then the number 1. The number 1's supposed to represent the word 1, like W-O-N. And then there's just a big triangle. That seemed to trip a lot of people up. But since this is cubing related, it actually just represents a pyramid. So ignore the fact that it's green. The whole point is that you just realize that it's triangular, so it represents a pyramid. Because I'd say, out of all things in cubing, the Pyraminx is probably the most significant triangular figure. Or it's not even triangular because it's 3-dimensional technically, but it involves triangles, so you get what I'm trying to say, hopefully. And then, okay, then there's the @ symbol. So what I was going for there is like it's at a certain competition. And then you see the US flag. So I'd say, out of all competitions, the U.S. flag probably is closest to implying U.S. nationals out of all U.S. competitions. Because, like, I'd say it would make much less sense for it to just imply a random local competition. Like, for some reason, a lot of people were answering Hudson Valley 2018 for this one. I'm not completely sure why. So if anybody who answered that is watching, then I'm curious as to your reasoning for that. Anyways, and and then it says 2018, so yeah, it's Nats 2018, and then with W slash is just like another way to say with, and then result of. So basically, the name of the person and result represented by this puzzle. So that part kind of tripped a lot of people up for some reason too. Like so many people were just emailing me Daniel Goodman, Daniel Goodman. Even that's only part of the answer. So I just considered that wrong and didn't like reply to the people at all who said that until like they got all parts of the answer. So what was I saying? Like I'd say just like if you don't want that to hold you up, just make sure you're reading all the directions. All the instructions, whatever, and then following all the instructions, yeah. Who are my closest friends in cubing? Alright, so I don't like showing favoritism, so I'll name some of my closest friends in cubing. But if I don't mention you, don't be offended at all, because I consider all of you a friend as long as you don't say stupid, idiotic things like James. James, don't be like that. Parker Trager, yeah, he's a cool guy. I'm not that close with him. But I've hung out with him at a lot of comps and stuff. I used to call with him a lot, yeah. Anyways, though, some of my friends that I hang out with the most are Sean Hartman, Noah Swore, Noah Paredes, Kerry Creech, Zachary Oakes, I don't know, a lot of people. But like I said, don't be offended if I didn't mention you, because like there are like so many people I've met through cubing that I consider a very close friend. Okay, guys, like I said, don't get jealous. Like I consider all of you friends. Like CJ, I do consider you a good friend. Manuel, I do consider you a friend. James, you're kind of eh. Don't be asking too much regarding that, James. Anyways, James, it's only because of the crazy things you say, okay? Okay, and the crazy things you do. Most of the time, you're cool, but sometimes you get a little bit over the top. Anyways, going back to the puzzle. So yeah, it's a person, one peer means at US Nats 2018 with the result of. So basically, you would go to WCA and go to the page for Nats 2018. So I'm going to, yeah, I'll adjust this thing in a sec. So if you search like, here, wait, I'll filter so, yeah, you guys probably can't see this right now, just like wait a sec. I'll adjust it once I'm at the right page. But basically, I type in, what was it? Okay, so I go to the competitions page and like type in, what was it? Okay, I filter so there's US in the search thing here. Yeah, you see the search thing actually. I type in NAT, so it just filters for Nats. And then so you see, here, I'll adjust this a tiny bit now. Okay, you see QB USA Nats 2018, yeah. Oh wait. Okay. There we go. So we'd click on that. Oh yeah, that 1 a.m. call where you were playing Wii. That was pretty cool until you got over the top. I'm like, no, not doing that. Anyways, imagine not searching comps in the normal searcher. Wait, do you just mean like the address bar? Or like search site? Not sure exactly what you mean. But yeah, they're like, okay. I should mention that there are multiple ways to do all these puzzles. Of course, I'm just mentioning a lot of the first solutions that come to mind. Or come to my mind for all these puzzles. Okay, yeah, James, that works too. Top right and doing National Cubing USA 2018, it was there. Yeah, that works. But anyways, I'll adjust this a little more once again. Alright. So you go to podiums, because obviously you're trying to figure out who won something. So podiums should do the job. So then you would scroll all the way down to pyramids. Do you see that? Yeah. So then you would see if Daniel Goodman with an average of 270. So basically, what was I saying? So the winning result is 270. Some people also mentioned the single. That's totally fine. Basically, the only thing I care about is that you mentioned that it's Daniel Goodman and 2.70. You should have asked me and Kel to explain it. Well, I mean, you could do it on your like own channels or whatever. I mean, I thought it was appropriate that I'm explaining it since I'm the one who kind of did the contest. Like, although you did do good at like finding the solutions, I'd say it's a little more appropriate that I explain it because like I wasn't just gonna say like you and Kel need to explain this blah blah blah. But like I said, you can explain it on your own channel if you really want to. Let me join the stream. I don't think I can do that with OBS. OBS does have good features though, like being able to put all these things on the screen. Oh wait, let's see. The longest conversation with you is when I was judging you at comp and you were still doing 3x3 average, and we both had SKU finals, and I asked, will we be fine for SKU final? Oh yeah, I vaguely remember you. Did you make all the contests by yourself? Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I got some people to test it out, such as Chandler from the Cubicle and Max Xiao. And I also got my dad's help with some of the ideas, but the puzzles were pretty much solely made by me. By SWB Pro. Alright, anyways, moving on to puzzle 3. Basically, once you figure that out, you would email it to me. And then I would reply to you with the link to the next puzzle. So right now I'll just go to the next puzzle because we don't have to go through all that because this isn't the actual contest because that already happened. Anyways, going to puzzle 3 right now. Okay, oh wait, I have to like readjust this again, sorry. Okay, there you go. That looks good. So, in this puzzle, each cubic corresponds to a result and an event based on a certain factor. So when I said a certain factor, that actually tripped a lot of people up. Basically, I just mean like a certain significant thing that happened to each of these people that causes them to have that causes them to correspond to a certain result in a certain event. So anyways, I then said your bit.ly link will be in the format of bit.ly/1 blank blank 2 blank blank all the way until 10 blank blank, with blanks representing the letters the number corresponds to. So what I mean by that is like you see how Stanley Chapel is like he has the number 1, and then the result 17.20 has the letter A, and then like OH, the first thing on the right there, has the letter K. So like if he doesn't actually, but like I'm saying, if he's corresponded to 17.20 in one hand, then it would be like 1 AK and then 2 blah blah blah, all that stuff. So like I said, an example of a link like this, not the actual one, would be bit.ly/1 AK 2 BL blah blah blah, all that. So that should make the format at least clear. Notice line 3 results in that this was all CR. Oh, like 3 results, I'm guessing. I checked the first like 20 before I went to guessing. Wait. Oh, the link to the survey, that should be in the description. If you don't see it there, let me know, but I'm like 99% sure it's there. Maybe I should just put like text on the screen saying like look in the description for the survey. But I'd say that might be a tiny bit over the top, or just like unnecessary. But I'm not completely sure what you mean, James. You still checked the first like 20 before you went to guessing? The first 20 like parts of the puzzle? Not completely sure what you mean there. Manuel, you messed up at some point and had to do everything again. Oh, yeah, that's a yikes, yeah. This puzzle might have been pretty frustrating for people, so... It's in the description of the other video? Wait a second, okay, I'm gonna have to check this out then if it's... Should be... Okay. Did I seriously screw that up? What's my 3x3 PB? I think it's 4.62. It's like 4.62, 4.68, something along the lines of that. Okay, yeah, really sorry about not putting the link to the survey in the description. I'm working on that right now, and I will fix it in 1 second. I cannot believe I did that. Did I see it? No, wait. It's not. You said in the other video, Manuel, but I don't know what other video you're referring to then, please. Wait. Yeah, I don't see the link to the survey in the streams. Wait. Word of advice, always copy the bit.ly before you hit enter. Yes, very good idea from James. Or else you could get very frustrated. Unnecessarily, too. That sometimes took me like 1.5 hours to do. Yeah, like that, you could have probably done it a lot faster if you focused more on like the specific factor maybe, and then once you realize that, like James said, copying the link, once you have it. Puzzle 4 was incredibly frustrating. Oh yeah, I could definitely imagine that. It's like just one mistake could completely screw you up, and then you can't figure out where your mistake is because there are so many parts. You're only 922? I think you mean your PB is 922? At some point you just started guessing random links and it worked. Oh, nice. That's cool. Wait, you said the link to the surveys in the stream from yesterday? I don't know what you're talking about because I don't see it at all. Like, I'm looking at it right now. Wait. Yeah, it's... Level 5 took 90 minutes, level 6 took an hour. Well, I mean, level 6 probably took a short amount of time because of the fact that I gave, like, a lot more hints for it. Or actually, I don't even... Well, yeah, I probably gave a lot more hints for 6. I gave a lot of hints for both, because they were both very hard. 1 through 4 were all easy. Well, good to hear that you found them easy and didn't get too frustrated by them. 4, you typed everything into a spreadsheet. That seems like a very intelligent strat. You have to ask your mom how to define factor part of 4, lol. Yeah, you could just Google it, though. Also, the articles were 12 instead of 18, and that messed me up. Not sure what you mean by instead of 18. But your mom helped you with 5? Lol, I guess I could help. Like, even if she's not a tutor, like, just think, like, brainstorming more ways to interpret stuff could definitely help, yeah. But anyways, for puzzle 3. Oh wait, no, I still need to put the link to the survey in the description, because I kind of forgot about that. So that'll just be 1 second, and then I will have that settled, and then we'll be able to start with the solution to part 3. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I just need to copy the link of this. Alright. Copy. And where is it? Alright. Should be there now. Should be there. Yeah, so I should have a stream with my sister. Yeah, that's a no. No. She just screw everything up. She hates everything about cubing. And no. fluffy alligator. Oh yeah. If you didn't know what I meant, though, well, yeah, that would make sense. How long is this stream lasting? However long it takes for me to explain all the solutions as well as reply to everything in the live chat. Articles were like 1 through 12 and then 8 through F, and I thought they were 18. Oh, but they were actually 12, yeah. But there's no D article. Yeah, they also don't have article number 2 or something like that. I don't know. It's really, I'm a little, I'm kind of curious about why that is the case. You knew that was coming? You knew what was coming? Okay, you see it? Oh, the link. Yeah. Yeah, pretty similar with mine, SWB Pro. Alright, without further ado, because I've waited long enough, let's get started with the salute. Oh, hey, Brian. Well, good thing I'm going over the solutions right now. Yeah, there's no 6 and 8. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to take a break from looking at the last chat for now because I don't want this to take too long. So, yeah, now that I went over the instructions, basically, a very important realization, first of all, like, all these people have had a record. Like, they're mostly pretty significant names for human. So, basically, a lot of different ways you could do this, but one of the first things that might come to mind is just going to the profile, the WCA profile, like the first person listed. Yeah, Brian, the contest happened yesterday. I gave a lot of hints throughout. So it's not like anybody actually solved it without without help. But so yeah, first place was Kale, second James, third Manuel, fourth Nicholas McKee, then fifth Fede Fonseca or whatever his name is. Okay. Moving on though. So like, common approach could be like just searching Stanley Chapel because he was the first person listed for this part. Okay, so then like, you could go to his records. Okay, I have to readjust this. You got I'll say it again. Nick McKee got fourth, and then Fede Fonseca or whatever. Don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, they got fifth. No, this is just the solutions to the ones from yesterday. I think this is good. Does this show everything? Okay. Basically, something you would have to notice. Okay. It's like, basically a common approach would probably be to like, see if any of these times like show up as one of his records. So like, if you just did Control F, if you had a PC, like a Windows PC, or I don't know what you do if you had a Mac, but it's probably just a different button. Basically, Control F and then search like 17.20, and nothing would come up. But then if the next one's 439.32. All right, so that could give you a lot of information right there. First of all, it's a continental record he got. Second of all, it's like the last one that shows up. Wait, do you even see it? Oh no, I have to adjust the streaming thing a little more. Oh, sorry about that. Alright. But yeah, so there it is. So it's it's a CR he got, and the last one that shows up on his profile. Like, if you consider up to down, like first to last. So let's see if we can notice a trend here. Let's go to Antoni Padarakis. So we'll go to his profile, search Antoni Padarakis. And then go to records. Alright, so obviously the 439 is taken. Oh, and it's in 5x5 blindfolded. Here, wait. Like that. Oh, wait. Here, I'll readjust this just for a quick second. Yeah, so you can see that so Stanley corresponds to B and M. Notice the trend in like line 3. Wait, Oh, you notice the trend like 3M. Why do I search like that? The normal search tab. Wait, I still am not completely sure what you mean. Like for which part? You mean just searching like someone's profile or like searching like the time on their page? I don't even know. Okay, but anyway, so Antoni's profile. Let's see. Let's go to records. So if I search Control F 17120, nothing shows up. And then we'll skip the thing for B because that's already taken by Stanley. And then if I search the next one, 19.42, that doesn't show up either. So then 341.53. Let's see if that does anything. Nope, still nothing. So like if I do Control F for everything, and then 1.92, that's still nothing. 222.36. No, still nothing. 6.37. Still nothing. So 1.65 would come next. Okay, and that actually would make sense. It's a continental record he got, and the only one he got. So, although since it's the only one, it might not give you that much more information than you already had from Stanley's, but you're probably starting to notice something here. So like, alright, so Antoni would obviously be H, and then it would be either P or Q for him, because there are 2 for 2 guys here. There's a slower one and a faster one. So, we'll come back to that part later. But basically next, Carlos Mendez Garcia Barroso, check DMs. Alright, Manuel, I will do that. Okay, yeah, you could just do search site. That's another way you could do it, definitely. I just prefer doing it the way I did it. Anyways, what I was saying was, I'm just checking something quick. One sec. Okay, moving on. Actually, just one sec. Okay, going back to what I was saying. So if you search here, let's do it with Manuel's method. Let's see if things a tiny bit triggered by that. Right. Alright. Still adjusting it. Slowly but surely. Okay, so right there. Search site. Search site. Alright, so like alright, you happy now, Manuel? Okay. There we go. So I'll type in his profile. Or his name, I mean. And then it shows up right there. So, it's not showing, this is really weird, it's not showing up on the screen. Like, it shows up for me on the website, just not on the screen. But basically, I could, when I search, I can just click on his profile, and then it leads you to his profile. So if you undo all that adjusting I did, you would get there. Yeah, so, cool. Let's see. So 17.20. Oh wait, go to records first. Records. So 17. Oh wait. At this point, you might be you're probably noticing a trend and don't even have to like search each individual one. Instead, just like look at his continental records, because the other things so far have both been continental records. And you might realize that 192 is the only possibility for him. So, with that being said, he would correspond to E, and it's in 2 by 2. Okay, so here's where the slower and faster comes into play. It actually kind of tripped people up, like the slower and faster. They weren't completely sure what I meant by that, but I'd say the most logical way to interpret it would just be like, since 2 of them correspond to 2 by 2, one of them's faster, one of them's slower. So Carlos's is 1.9, while Antoni's is 1.6. So Antoni's would be faster. So Antoni is HQ, and Carlos is EP. So I'll type what we have so far. So we have 1 BM, 2 HQ, 3 EP. Well, it would be bit.ly / so, and then obviously a 4, and then we have to figure out what comes next. So Phil Yu. Let's go to Phil Yu, owner of thecubicle.com. Alright, I'm gonna revert to my way of doing this. Sorry, Manuel. I just don't want to have to readjust everything. Alright, so we would go to his profile, go to records, and he only has one record, which is indeed a CR, and it's OH 13.46. So if we go back to where we just were, oh, screwing stuff up. There we go. Okay, we're actually, wait. I should center things more. That's probably a good idea. Yes. Try and make it good for aesthetics. Okay, there we go. So yeah, Phil would correspond to, if you scroll down, 13.46, which is J, Anderson one-handed. And then we have another instance of faster or slower, so of course somebody else will correspond to one-handed, and we'll have to figure out which one's faster or slower. But basically, so we do know that it's J, so we can put a J for now. And then for number 5, Martin Egdahl. So let's search his profile. Martin Egdahl. We don't even need to search that middle name because it just comes up. And then we'll go to his records. And we have Continental records. The first one that shows up is actually a 19.32. Oh wait, I have to adjust this again. Thanks. Yeah, so 19.32 in, no, 42 I mean, in blind. So, with that being said, if you go back to it, back to the page I mean, like the doc, you can see that that's C and N. So we have, here, we'll just leave the 4J something, like the other thing blank for now. So we have 5CN, and then 6, alright, that guy. So, if you type his name in, and go to records, you will see that the first, adjust once again. There we go. Alright, first one that, or the last one that shows up is 341.53, the 3 blind. So if you go back to the doc, and look at it, it corresponds to D and O. So we have 6 DO. We have, alright, for 7, let's see, Leo Borromeo, very well known speedcuber. So let's search his WCA profile. And then scroll down records. Then you could see his only CR is a 637 3x3 average. So if we go back to the doc, we'll see that this mean she corresponds to G and R. So we have 7 GR. Okay, and then 8. Felix Zendegs, considered by many to be the world's greatest VTuber to ever exist. So if you go to his profile, you will go to records, and of course a lot of records. Okay, wow, so many 3x3 rounds. Right. Records. And then you go all the way down to Continental Records. Once you go all the way down to here, I'll readjust this right now. You'll see that the first one, the last one that shows up, I'm actually pretty surprised about this. It's Magic. I guess it's not that surprising, because like, Magic's not an event anymore, so it's like pretty old, but it's just, I guess it's just pretty cool that Felix was able to like get a world record in Magic, or no, continental record in Magic, despite the fact that it's not like he specializes in completely unrelated events to that, like big cubes and 3x3. So it's pretty cool. Shows just how legendary he is. Anyways, yeah. So it's a 1.36. So that's, oh wait, I have to scroll down. Oh, too much. Okay. So that's 1.36 in Magic. So it's I and T. So we have 8 IT. Then 9. Max Zion. Okay, so we'll go to his profile. Max. And then go to records. And then Continental Records. So I have to readjust this once again. And you'll see that the last one that shows up for him is a 222 mean in 7x7. So if I undo all that, go back to the doc, you will see that that corresponds to F and S. So, with that being said, if we scroll down, we can type FS, and then we have number 10. So that's Cornelius Diekmann, and we don't even need to like figure out which one this is. Like, let's go to his profile because everything else is taken except for A. I think yeah. It's yeah. Because everything in the second column is taken except for A. So we'll just put A for him. And the only things that aren't taken yet in the last column are the one-handed ones. So this will help us figure out the thing we were missing from before. So this is a 13.46 and Cornelius is a 17. So since 13 is obviously less than 17, Phil Hughes will be the faster one, which means that Phil would be K and Cornelius would be L. So if we put the L there and put the K there, something I want to mention before typing the link to go to the next puzzle is that something that actually trips some people up is putting accidentally mistyping LSI. That caused someone to struggle for a really long time. They mistyped an LSI, but they had everything else figured out. On the inside, I felt so bad, but I needed to keep the contest fair, so I couldn't, at the time, like before I was giving revealing hints, I couldn't like say, oh, you did exactly this wrong, everything else is right. Like eventually I was able to start giving much more helpful hints, but at first I had to kind of take it slow. Alright, hi CJ. Glad that you're back. Anyways, yeah, so if I type in the link, or copy the link into the address bar, I did no capitals, by the way. But anyways, yeah, so you would see that this brings you to another doc, puzzle number 4. Let's see, you got a 178 on Scube. Pretty good. Nice. Anyways. Oh wait, if you want to, you could send the scramble. Just curious to see what the scramble was. Because easy scrambles are always fun. But anyways, puzzle number 4. So it says, in this puzzle, you will take the answer to each of the following questions and order them from least to greatest in a bit.ly link. For less confusion, here's an example of what I mean on a smaller level. So if A is 1 plus 1, B is 0 minus 0, and C is 2 times 2. So obviously A is equivalent to 2, B is equivalent to 0, and C is equivalent to 4. So, what I meant in the instructions, order them from least to greatest. So B is 0, which is the least, and then A is 2, and then C is 4. Fun fact, if you type in that example link into your address bar, it actually leads you to a Wikipedia page of bacon. Just thought that was pretty funny. Anyways, this actually seemed to throw people off a little. I guess I thought the instructions were pretty clear. If anyone wants to let me know, like, where you thought that could have been confusing, then let me know. I'm curious, because or like mention something about it in the survey, because that'll be helpful so that I could improve if I was to do something else like this in the future. Anyways, now for the real puzzle. Alright. A is the first 3x3 world record single listed in the WCA's World Record History page. So, go back to WCA and go to records. Here, I'll readjust in a sec. You go to 3x3 cube and then click history. Then scroll all the way down. Well, no, it's just single, so you don't have to scroll all the way down, but like about halfway down. Wait. I'm adjusting it right now. And we can see Minties 22.95 is the first one listed. So that means that A is 22.95. Oh, SIA SWB Pro. Alright, anyways, here. I'll type everything that we have down here. So we have A 22.95, B, okay, and then scroll up and then move. Alright, for B. A but for average instead of single. So then we're on the same page as we were before. It's just now we're looking for average. So we do actually scroll all the way down and we see that it's damn nice 20 flat. So we'll go back to the page for puzzle 4. Put B as 20. Alright, and then for C. Oh wait, I just realized I never answered your question from a long time ago of what mic this is. This is just like some obscure Osdom 1080p whatever, something like that, I don't even know. And then this is this tripod thingy that's holding it up, I don't even like know. Like I've never seen this. I had never seen this before this screen. Like when my dad was helping me set this up, he's like, wait, I have this. And then we just use this. Before that, I had never seen this in my life. Alright, anyways. Scrolling back up for C. Oh, gotta readjust this thing. There we go. Amount of letters in the first name of the person who was first in the world for some rankings. And I didn't actually have to specify single or average because it's the same person for both. So if you go to the WCA website, here, I'll adjust this right now. Oop, almost there. Okay. Yeah, so if you go to results and then statistics, fun statistics, and then click on sum of ranks, because that's what you're looking for, you'll see that first place is Martin Egdahl. That second place guy looks pretty familiar too. Gotta flex that because Thor is pretty cool. So yeah, it's Martin, so that's 6 letters, M-A-R-T-A-N, so C is 6. Yeah. So, here, let me just readjust the thing. Okay, there we go. Okay, D. FMC World Record Single plus .01. So for that, all you need to do is go to Records on the WCA the website, and then where's Fuse Moves? There it is. Oh, you don't see that though. That's an issue. So I have to adjust that. There. Then you see that it's a 16. Then when you just add 0.01, you get 16.01. The reason I did that is because there were two things that equal to 16, but since we need to order them from least to greatest, I decided to just add 0.01 to this one. So, oh, there we go. So 16.01. Wow, an hour in, and I'm only a little more than halfway. I might have to pick up the pace a little bit, but the live chat is dying down a little bit, so in a way that's a good thing, because I can get through these faster. Because I do want to have time to do other things. Alright. E. The amount of countries represented by Euro 2016 competitors. This one seemed to trip a lot of people up because they didn't know the right place to look for the answer. But if you go to back to that WCA statistics page, right, statistics, and just scroll down to where is it? Most countries. You'll see that Euro 2016 had 43. Yeah, so Euro 2016 has 43. So then that means that E is 43. Almost done filling out the survey. Oh, that's nice. Thanks for doing that. I'm actually going to see if anyone's done that yet. I haven't checked yet, so I'm going to check right now. No responses quite yet, so you will be the first responder. So thanks for doing that. Anyway. What was I saying? Okay. So moving on to F. Article number in the WCA regulations that addresses scrambling. So since it says WCA regulations, it's probably a good idea to go to WCA, to like the regulations page for WCA. So then you get there, and then scroll down to articles. I have to adjust this once again for the millionth time. Okay. And you'll see that. Oh, gotta scroll up a little. Article 4 is what addresses scrambling. You got EROM and CROM. Oh, okay. Wait, what was C? C. I'll just go to it. C was... Oh, the amount of letters in the first name, yeah. Yep, gotta make sure you know the right place to look, I guess. In general, I'd say for a lot of things like these, the WCS statistics page is pretty helpful. What was I saying? So article number is Article 4, I believe. Yeah, Article 4. So then that just means that F is 4. Alright, and then G. This one tripped a ton of people up. So like, I'd say a lot of people just overcomplicated it. Because, so it's the sum of prime factors of the readjust it. There we go. Alright, some of the prime factors of the number in my Instagram username. So my Instagram username is TommyTrey11111. That was a given. So basically you need the sum of the prime factors of 11111. Oh, full name instead of his first. Oh, okay. So you like knew the right person, just misread the question. Yeah. Gotta make sure to be wary of that, I guess. Okay. So yeah, I feel like a lot of you just like overcomplicated it, because if you just search on Google, 1 prime factorization, you'll get this. 41 times 271. And if you're confused about what a prime number is, you can just look that up too. It's just a number that can't be broken down into like any more integers multiplied by each other besides 1 in itself. For example, 4 is not a prime number because you could be like 2 times 2 is 4. So like the first few prime numbers are like 2. 2 is the only even prime number. And then 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. So yeah, Google just does this for you. 11111 is just 41 times 271. And it's the sum of the prime factors, so you just add those together and you get 312. So, with that being said, G is 312. Significantly higher than all these other ones so far. Okay, for H, first official sub 45 FS signal. So for this, you could just go to record history as well, like on the WCA website. So click 5x5 in history, and then save single. So the first single is 38.52. Oh, forgot to readjust the window thing. Of course, it's all Felix Zendegs, but then MaxPart comes in and destroys. Okay, yeah, so it's 38.52. So that would be the answer to. All right, now I'll put this back to how it just was. There. All right, that would be the answer to H. So 38.52, right? Yeah, 38.52. You thought you were saying to add all the prime numbers in your Instagram username, which I found none, so I thought, oh, well, here, let's go back to the question. I said, sum of the prime factors. No, it's not, okay. So that just means you interpreted it slightly wrong. It's not, you probably interpreted it as the sum of the prime digits, like each individual digit, but no, like the prime factors of that number. The number as a whole is 11111, so you have to prime factorize that, and then you get the answer to that, yeah. Hopefully that what I just said cleared at least a little bit of what you first misunderstood up. Moving on to J. No, not J. I. The amount of people with an official 5-line mean. So, some people misinterpreted this as 2 mean, but I'd say it would make more sense for it to just imply 3 mean, because that's like what you use as like, for like what's officially used for ranking people. So if you go to rank, here, let me go to rankings on the the rankings page for WCA. And you go to 5x5, no, not 5x5, 5 line, and then average, same thing as mean. Alright, and then you realize there's only 52. Oh, gotta adjust. So like, then you'll see it right there. 52, yep. So, yeah, that means the answer to that is 52. So going back to what I was saying, the answer to I is then 52. Alright, and then J. The amount of countries with a Kinch score. So for that, you don't have to be quite exact, because I think like different sources might say like what might be 1 or 2 off from each other, but that doesn't matter because I'm pretty sure like the number of countries isn't actually anywhere close to the answers to any of the other parts. It's like one of the sources you could use for this is going to like wca.huber.pro, and then does it show up? There. Yeah, so then Then scroll all the way down, and there are 143 of them. Oh, wait, that doesn't show. Yeah, 143. So, based on that, yeah, the answer would be 143. That means, so J is 143. Okay. Now we're on K. The amount of WCA competitions in 2013. For that, you can just go to WCA competitions, filter it, when it says when, just change it to past, and then click on 2013. Then you get 359. That means the answer to K is 359. L, I'm going to put my fan on because I'm getting kind of hot. It's not plugged in. One sec, everybody. Oh, just a quick second. Alright, actually I can't do this. I'll just have to push through it for now. Yeah. So L. Speed Solving Weekly Top OH World Record single by the end of 2011. Sounds pretty obscure, but it's really not if you know the right place to look. Speedsolving.com, of course, because this has Speed Solving Weekly Comp. Alright, I'm gonna just log in. But I don't want you guys to see me enter my password. Like, in case you could. I mean, you probably can't see it, but like. Wait, I don't even know if I need to log in. But if I just go to statistics. And then go to results. No, just go to results. Yeah, and then it would be rankings. Then it's one-handed. What was they asking for? Single? Yeah. So single. Oh wait. Oh, but I don't know if I can filter. Oh wait. But you can't filter the year from here. So what you would have to do is instead records, I think. Yeah. And then you could change it to through 2011. And then it would be OH. And then you could just hit history. For I, if you go to the rankings and then go to the results and put 1,000 79 people. Wait, what? Huh? Wait a second. Oh, it's probably because it includes two memes. Wait. No, it still doesn't. Go to the rankings and then go to results. Oh, results. Yeah, that's because it's result. That's because it's results, not the amount of people. It was asking for the amount of people. So you see how Stanley and Kaijun are like repeated a lot. See, like that doesn't mean there are more people. It just means the same people got an official mean multiple times. So yeah, answer is 52. Going back to what I was saying for part L. After applying those filters, you press history. Oh wait, or no, probably just like mixed. All right, whatever. Just like scroll down to 100, and then you'll see by the end of 2011 it's 10.09. Yeah, that doesn't show up for you guys, so. See there, 10.09, yeah. So, with that being said, L is 10.09. Alright, then M. Readjusting that thing. There we go. Okay. M. You think you're the only one watching? It shows for me as, it just did show for me as there are 3 viewers. Now it shows it was 2, unfortunately. Didn't expect that many people to watch, but at the same time, it's slightly disappointing that only 2 people are watching right now, but it's not that big of a deal. People will just watch it after. I didn't expect many people to watch it just like sit all the way through the solutions for a long time. Oh, you finished the survey? That's cool. I'll check it out later. M. The amount of official sub-7 3x3 singles the person with the 10th most official sub-7s has. Yes, this one trips people up, definitely. But you can just go to WCA once again. And go to the statistics page once again. And then if you scroll down to most sub X solves in 3x3x3 cube. Alright, so there's less than 10, less than 9, less than 8. But then, if you go slightly to the right, there's less than 7. So then if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see Seung Hyuk Nam is 10th. Yeah, he's 10th with 164. So that would be the answer to N, 164. Oh, hi, James and Monbello once again. Okay, part N. Amount of articles in the WCA regulations. Oh yeah, this one was probably frustrating for some people. Like, it's probably screwing people up when it shouldn't have. If you could just... Alright. So there was there... Alright, I have to adjust this. There we go. So yeah, once you go to the WCA regulations page, you would just see these. Oh wait. There. Those are all the articles. Do you know if there is a way I can get OBS on my Chromebook? I mean, yeah, there probably is. If you just look it up and then watch a lot of YouTube tutorials about OBS, like just look up whatever you're having a problem with. Or you could ask me, like if you're ever having trouble with a specific thing, I could probably help. I'm not exactly an expert at OBS, but I do have a little bit of experience with it. Okay, you can't quite fully see this, so what I'm just going to do is this. Oh. One sec. Still adjusting this part. Okay. So then you just count the articles. Something that threw people off is that like there's no Article 6, for example. So they included in Article 6, but there's not one. So you just count. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I believe I counted correctly. There's 16. Yeah, 10 numbers and 6 letters. Yeah. Sure, James. Yes, we're friends. Anyways, so 16 is the answer to part N. Alright, and then for O. This is slightly exhausting, gotta be honest. I might even like take a small break in a little bit to at least get water and like stuff. Am I using my phone as a face cam? No, I'm using a webcam, like an actual webcam that I have plugged into my computer through like a USB cord. Alright, part O. Oh, readjust. There we go. Hey, what's up, Sword? Okay, so for P, the amount of Cubers in WCA with Panama listed as their country. So, same place as a lot of times. You just go to WCA, and you could go to persons. It's asking for the amount of people. So just go to persons. And then change the country. Oh wait. So that instead of all regions, it's just Panama. And then as a shortcut, you could just realize that 10 people show up on each page. And there are 10 pages. So, but on the last page, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. So that's 9 times 10, plus 9 full pages, so 90 plus 8, 98. So then 98 is the answer to O. So, and then P. I mean, wait, did I just say 98 is the answer to O? Oh, crap, what did I? Shoot. I somehow skipped O. Okay then. So let's just do O. For O, so it's the largest amount of world records recognized by the WC that a person has gotten. What you technically could do, it's inefficient, but like just go through a lot of like well-known cubers and see who got the most world records. Or, in a way, I guess it's kind of common knowledge that Felix has gotten the most world records of all time. So just go to Felix's WCA profile. Alright, oh, wait. Let me change it back to all regions. Yeah. So then Felix, you could see the amount of world records he's gotten, right? Because it's the amount of world records. Yeah. And it says WR121. So 121 is the answer to that part. So O is 121. So I kind of skipped over that, but 4. Oops. Alright, approaching the end of puzzle 4. Ugandan record 3x3 single for Q. Pretty much looking in the same place once again. So it's very tedious. So yeah, you're at 3x3 single in the rankings page, and just go to change the region from world to Uganda. Uganda. And then you have 57.08. Right, that's single, yeah. Yeah, so Q is 57.08. Did that even show up for you guys? Wait, nope, I'll adjust that. Yeah, so you should see it right there, 57.08. So now I'll go back to where I was. Oh shoot. Wait. Okay. So, what was I just doing? Sorry, I was busy looking at something. Alright. So yeah, R. Alright. Daniel Carnall's PB 3x3 average of 5 according to his YouTube channel's description. So for that, you should just know that Daniel Carnall's YouTube channel is Derpy Cuber. You could find that through like just searching stuff, but it's easier if you just know it. So then you search Derpy Cuber. Go to his about page, and there's the description. And then you have, it's asking for PB3x3 average of 5, so it's 6.05. So R is 6.05. SMT, the last two, this is where it gets pretty difficult. guess I'd say everything is reasonably easy up to this point, but then it gets pretty crazy. S and T still aren't too bad though. Alright, S. So I just have random numbers, right? But if you notice, there are, like, including the one that will be in the blank, there are 5 different times. So that could hint at the fact that it's an official average. And also, since there's small times like 2 seconds and 1 second, you'll realize that it's probably either like 2 by 2 skew or Rapira. And I wouldn't put something too obscure for level 4, so if you do this intelligently, you can realize that it wouldn't be like 2 by 2, or I guess it could be like an old world record, but no, like, if you just go to skew, average, you see that the current world record average has those exact times. Yeah, so, yep, same exact 4 times, so then the last one, blank one, would just be 4.98. Okay, I just got a text from someone, so. Alright, yeah, after puzzle 4, just taking a quick break, I'll have like a timer saying how long I'll be back in. Anyways, for T, so, okay, Oliver Fritz is 17, Shivam Bansal is 21, Noah Swartz 129, and Daniel Goodman is 163. So then you want to know, what is Robert Yap? So, an important realization is that all these people are at least pretty good all-rounders. So, like, sum of ranks could suffice. So let's see sum of ranks. Go to the sum of ranks page. Alright, let's see. Oliver Fritz is 17. He does indeed show up as 17 there. And then Shivam Bansal, 21, yeah. And then Noah Swartz, let's see, is he 129? Yep. And Daniel Goodman, 163. Yep. So then you just want to know what Rob Yao is. So Robert Yao, if you search his name, you'll see he's 38. So then T is 38. And now I have to take a small break for dinner, so I will put a timer on the screen. Let's set a 25-minute timer. We'll do this. Sorry, 1 sec. Okay, crap. Window capture. Add a news source instead. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so TPS on my laptop's keyboard. Well, I know my words per minute. I type out like 120 words per minute maybe, which in keys per second, if you really want to go there, that's like 10 keys per second. Okay. See ya in a bit. I am back earlier than expected, so that's good. There we go. Oh. There we go. Okay. So what you do is, once you have all the answers to puzzle number 4, as specified in the instructions, you put them in order least to greatest. So that's exactly what we do. So let's see. So we'll have bit.ly slash, and then the smallest one, looks like S. Let's see. All the ones 1 through 10 are C, which is 6. F is 4. Wait, that doesn't sound right. What is F? Oh yeah. C is 6. F is 4. And R 605. S is 498. So we'll put those in order. So F, S, C, R. Okay, and then let's do 10 through 20. So B is 20. D is 1601. L is 1009. M is 16. Okay, so we have L, and then N, and then D, and then I think and then B. Yeah. Alright, and then let's do 20 through 50. So A is 2295, E is 43, H is 38.52, and T is 38. So we would have A, T, H, E. Also, notice the link has the word bathe in it. That was actually completely coincidental. Found that to be pretty interesting. Oh, hi CJ. Cool that you're still watching. Okay, anyways. From 50 to 100 we have, wait, is it still like in frame? Oh shoot. It's not really in frame at all. Alright, sorry about that. But that should be a lot better. Wait. That's better. Okay. So 50 through 100. We have I at 52, P at 98, Q at 5708. Okay. So it would be I, Q, P. Now let's see everything else. So basically greater than 100. We have G, J, K, and G, M, G, K. It'd be G, right? Oh no, N. No, alright, J, M, and then G, K. That would be the link. Because then you copy and paste it into your address bar, it should lead you to the right place. Nope, yikes, that's a problem. Okay. Got to make sure that does not happen. Alright. Oh, because I forgot O. Oopsies. Yeah, so O actually moves between P and J. Alright, let's try that again. Things like that probably caused a lot of frustration in people. Sorry that had to happen. But it is what it is. Okay, there we go. It leads to puzzle 5. Alright, glad we're finally done with puzzle 4. That took too long. Alright, 2 puzzles left. Puzzle 5. In this puzzle, each group of pictures represents something cubing related. Your BitLink will have, oh wait, there. You'll have all lowercase letters. You'll omit any character that isn't a letter or a number. Here's an example so that the rules are clear. So we have Tom the cat and a picture of cherries, so it would be Tommy Cherry. So basically you have to find like unique ways to interpret things that would make sense. So that they're like cubing related. So part 1 shouldn't be too bad. Just a German flag, and then a 4x4, and then a first place ribbon, and then a person. So basically it implies the fastest 4x4 solver in Germany, which is Sebastian Weyer. Sorry. So we have bit.ly/Weyer as the first part. But you don't see that, so one sec. Like that. Alright. And then for number 2. Number 2 was unnecessarily difficult, probably. But basically there's quotation marks as the first image and fourth image. The size and stuff like that aren't meant to imply anything else. It's just to throw you off, I guess. Second image is a hole, and the third image is a wrap. So like it's supposed to be someone saying whole rap. This is actually what it sounded like. It's like kind of a joke that like Lucas Etter said, like reacted like a caveman, like whole rap after getting his 4.90 throughout the world record single. If you're curious, just like look that up on YouTube. Anyways, there's a picture of the Earth, so that's world, and then a disc, record, and then a cube. So it's like a 3x3 single. So yeah, it would be 4.90. But since you don't include the symbols, you would just put 490, like that. And then for the third one, all right, one step. Okay. First image represents something very. Oh wait, let me scroll up a little. First image represents something very fluffy. Second is an alligator. So Fluffy Alligator is like a nickname for a famous YouTuber named Ro Hessler. I don't know, it might be some kind of inside joke or something, I don't know, just look up. I think there's a thing about it on Chris Olsen's channel, Silo the King. Yeah, so. Then there are multiple blindfolds, so it implies it's for multi-blind. And then there's a picture of an old person, that implies old style. There's a narwhal, which implies nar, which is like another way of saying North American record. And there's a 22 and a 30. So wait, first let's go to Ro Hessler's profile and look at his results for for multi-blind old style. All right. So multi-blind old style. So that image was a 22 and a 30, which is actually pretty significant because you can see he got a NAR 22 out of 30 in 4 hours, 24 minutes, and 11 seconds. So it'll just be 42411. In the fourth part, alright, first image is a goose. Second image is a Netherlands flag. Third image is a second place medal. So that goose actually refers to a classic speed cuber named Goose Razoo Schultz. He got second place at Worlds 1982, the first ever WCA competition. Anyways, and then there's a tie, which represents Min Tai, the person who got first place, and the U.S. flag, because he represented America at the competition. And then a first place medal, yeah. And then that last image is just literally what comes up when you search Budapest, Hungary, I think. least it's similar, right? Wait. Yeah. So like you could see that thing right there, like up here. So that implies this competition in Budapest where like someone in America got first and someone in the Netherlands got second. And since you know who got first and second based on what I just said, obviously it's Worlds 1982. So it's the name of that competition. Make sure you don't include symbols. So it would just be like this: World Rubik's. Wait, is it showing? Oh, wait. There. Alright. Cube Championship 1982. Okay. And then the last one. First is a picture of Mats Volk, and then casino slots, and then a thing that says abbreviations. So that implies that this will be an abbreviation. And there's an aux that people use called Volksslot. So you should know that it's that based on Mats Volk and the slots. So like it'll be the abbreviation for that, which is just VLS. So if you go back down here and just type in VLS, and that should be the whole link. So if you copy and paste that into your address bar. Oh, wait. Let's try that again. Alright, that didn't work. Looks like alright. Let me make sure I did everything right. Oh! Because I just put in Vire. It's not Vire, it's his whole name, Sebastian. Vire. Should work after that. Yeah. Cool. Then we're on the very last puzzle. So I'll wrap it up pretty soon. Alright, okay. So this one probably seems ridiculous and just like a bunch of gibberish or just stuff randomly put onto a document with no significance at first. There's a very important realization that if you make, you'll understand a lot more. I'll explain that in 1 sec. I'm just doing a quick thing. Okay. So look what happens if you highlight everything. You have a lot more information now, right? So, the instructions actually appear down here in the bottom box. So I'll zoom in so that we can read those. It says in this challenge, wait, can you see it? Yeah. In this challenge, you do math. In each word, the letters are multiplied. X is a constant that you find through the above problems. Everything else in the sentence is either an operation, a number, or both. You will find these by doing the above problems. Your link will be a simplified version of the math behind the sentence. So, let's just find what each of the letters are in order. So like, we have A. A comes for, so to find A, basically we have these things, but if you notice, they're rounded to the third decimal, the thousandth. In cubing, they don't do that. So this one probably wasn't the best idea to put on one of these puzzles, but this has to do with speed stacking. So I guess you could consider it a troll problem. Probably wasn't the best idea, so I probably won't include something like that next time I do something like this. But the speed stacking equivalent of WCA is the WSSA.com. So then if you go to athletes, you'll see important rankings, but those aren't quite the exact same kinds as these. However, if you go to the left over here, you'll see that you could change a lot of different things like the season and location and stuff. And I'd say to make it most significant, change it to all time. And then the times are the same. So you have 770.49, and then those other two times. And then A is what comes after the 8042. So it'd be 8.157. Oh, wait, you can't see that though. Yeah, but now you can. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so Basically, so we have A equals, okay, A equals 8.157. B equals, I'll zoom back out and highlight this stuff again. It says B is the 7th number in this sequence. An important thing to realize is that these are some of the world's best 3x3 single times. So you can just go to rankings, and then it's loading. Probably have too many tabs open. 3x3 single, yeah. So 416 is the second one. 438 is the fourth one, 440 is the fifth one. It says B is the seventh one. Seventh is Timon's 4.51. Okay, see CJ. Anyways, yeah, so B is 4.51. And then, alright, it's given that C is 0, and D is negative 65.256. You'll see why I made it something that obscure in a sec. But anyways, E is rounded to the nearest thousandth and the answer to this box. So what I mean by that is, because E is actually a significant number in mathematics, you could like look it up and learn stuff about it if you want, but I'm not going to get into that here. But basically, it's an irrational number, but the first few decimals are like 2.718281828. So like, since it says rounded to the nearest thousandth, it's just 2.718. So that's what E is, 2.718. As for the answer to this box, just ignore that part for now. Alright, it says space bars are plus minus plus minus. So that's because if you recall that like the instructions in the last box say that like you have to do math out of that he won 5 of 5 last year's sentence. So it says 1 and 5 are the answers to their respective boxes. So that probably threw people off. But basically what I mean is 1 is just the answer to the first box, which is just A, which is just 8.157. So we have 1 equals 8.157. And similarly, 5 is the answer to its respective box. So the fifth box is just the one with E. So 5 is just E, which is 2.718. Then it says F equals the amount of sub 5 official 3x3 solves minus 3. So if you go to rankings and go to results, now first you might think there are 64. So when originally, oh wait, it's, alright, one sec. There we go. So like, when originally creating the link, I actually made it as if it's 64, but then I realized that because of ties, it's actually 67. So I had to do minus 3 so that I wouldn't have to change the link. That would make things a lot more difficult. So yeah, F is actually 67 minus 3, so there's still 64. Yeah, because I did the minus 3. So we have F, 64. Oh, readjust. There. Okay. And then G. So G, it's given that G is 7, like it says, right on it. The G is 7. So G equals 7. We are approaching the end. Alright. It says ignore L, so we'll just ignore L. Oh wait, there's a part that I forgot to mention. Up here. It says, yeah, so I have this gibberish, and it says like, this doesn't mean anything. Just did it to throw you off. Oh wait, I should zoom in. One sec. Okay. Yeah, so this one probably wasn't the best idea either to include. It says this doesn't mean anything, but just did it to throw you off. Y equals 9, okay. That's not the part I'm talking, the bad part. But here, RST is the product of the roots of that polynomial. Hint, Vieta's formulas. So, if you have prior knowledge about Vieta's formulas, it'll help you a ton. But if you don't, you can probably just look up Vieta's formulas, cubic. Because cubic means it has like degree 3 or like an x cubed term. Okay, so like, if you go to the Wikipedia page, you'll probably find something useful. So like, so yeah, right here, you see how that thing where it's like R1, R2 until Rn, so that means the product. So it's negative 1 to the power of n. So n is 3. So negative 1 to the power of 3 is just negative 1. Then a sub 0, which is the constant term, and a sub n, which is the coefficient of the highest degree term. So that means it would just be, going back to here, it would just be negative, oh wait, I'll zoom back in. It means it would just be negative, oh, still not quite where it should be. Oh, still not quite there. One sec. There. Yeah. So that means that it would act, RST is just negative d over a. And we know what d is in the context of this puzzle. And we know what a is, so we can just do, literally just do negative d divided by a. So, here, I'll zoom back out of this. Alright. So, in a calculator, we'll do, alright. Negative d. D is already negative, so negative of that is just positive. So we'll just do 65.256 divided by a, which is 8.157. So if I plug it into your calculator, so 65.256 divided by 8.157, and you get 8. So all that complicated stuff just leads to something simple and easy. And so you have RST as 8, and right there, right here, it says R equals S equals T. That means they're all equal, and they multiply to 8, so they're just 2. They're each 2, because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So R, S, and T are all 2. So, yep, we have that. And then, anyways, this part it says the exclamation mark just means you take the factorial of the value of the character that comes directly before it in the sentence. Factorial, you could just look that up. It's just like the product of integers from 1 to itself. So like 5 factorial is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5, stuff like that. So it says the value of the character right before it. The character right before the exclamation mark in the sentence is just R, and R is 2. 2 factorial is actually just 2, so factorial doesn't actually do anything. It's just kind of just did it to throw you guys off to make it more complicated. Because after all, it is puzzle 6, so it's meant to be pretty complicated. So I'll just put R factorial equals S equals T equals 2. Yeah. And then we have to find H. When the set of people who meet a certain criteria are arranged in alphabetical order, the first 4 are those people. I'm not going to try to say their names just because. And then H is the amount of people whose names start with H in the set of people meeting this criteria. Hints about the criteria are Africa and high. So, since it has to do with people, maybe it might be a good idea to just go to the WCA, oh yeah, I already have WCA open. Just go to the WCA page, research persons, and those hints I gave about Africa and high are actually pretty helpful, because if you just type in high, and then filter it to Africa, you'll see that since H is the amount of people whose name, oh, I have to adjust this, whose names start with H in this set of people who meet this criteria, we just count. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's easy enough. So then h equals 5. Oh wait, readjust once again. Okay, we're approaching the end here. Getting very close. Number 4 probably took like an hour just because there's so many things. It's like way longer than it should have been, but whatever. It is what it is. Alright, and then in this second to last row we have b plus c plus d plus f plus g and then an x. So that's supposed to imply x is just the sum of those numbers. So to find x, we literally just add b plus c plus d plus f plus g. Alright, so we have, alright, x equals, alright, wait, 4.51 plus 0, oh, yeah, 0, minus 65.56, plus 64 plus 7. We plug that all into a calculator. We should get, wait. Yeah, we get 10.254. So now here's where we just do the final calculation. So remember so let's see, let's re-review the instructions. It says in each word the letters are multiplied. So basically I'll convert, oh wait. Really quick thing. One sec. Oh, it's because it's zoomed in all the way. Duh. So yeah, first thing I'll do is I'll convert the sentence to a mathematical equation. So P175 of the last year. So we have H times E. So, and then remember space bars are plus minus based on like the thing one of the boxes said. So we have plus, then 1, which is actually 8.15 set here. I'll just put 1 in parentheses. And then minus 5x5. So 5, remember, so 5x5. And then plus, and then remember how we said ignore L before, so I'm not even going to put like L. I'll just put A, S, T, minus, and then, oh yeah, I forgot to mention y equals 9, as it shows in that box up here. I'm not going to zoom in, but just trust that y equals 9. Yeah, so basically, so y, oh wait, gotta scroll down. There you go. So y, e, a, r factorial. So now, we'll just replace all that with their numerical values. Alright, so h, it becomes pretty simple now as long as we don't make mistakes. Because we can just, yeah, put in the values. So we have 5, 2.7 plus okay. Then we have that. So that's the very final thing for puzzle 6. We just put all that into a calculator. My online calculator of choice is Wolfram Alpha. So just plug that in and you get this big number. Big nasty number, yeah, so and I said over here, omit the decimal from your link. So that means that you'll have so it'll be bit.ly slash -420 and then omit the decimal. So it's just 449,739,096. You just copy that into your address bar and it should work. Yep, it worked. And then you get this. It says congrats, you made it all the way. Oh wait. Congrats, you made it all the way. Well, almost. To claim your prize, email me a valid reconstruction to that scramble. And then that's what you would have to do to claim your prize. So thanks to the people that did tune into the stream. Glad you took the time to watch some of the solutions. Yeah, so see you soon. It's been fun. If you have any questions about any of these solutions that I haven't already clarified, then let me know in the comments. Also, fill out that Google form. Goodbye. Link in the description to the survey.